Hey y'all, I'm Shayna and I'm back with another review. This is for Love and Hip Hop Miami, this season something, episode such and such. Y'all know for this episode, if you've been here before, that for this show and this show only, child, I don't take no notes. So we just talk about it. We have a conversation and we meet back here every week to do it all over again. So if you're new here, check out my other content. If you enjoy this video, don't hesitate to subscribe because this is a growing channel and I need y'all help to grow it. Can't do it without y'all help, okay? Like the video, share, do all the things, all right? If you enjoy. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, this episode had a lot more going on, so I hope I remember everything. And if I don't, drop down in the comments and let me know. I'll be happy to discuss it down there with y'all, okay? That's the best part. So, who am I going to talk about first? Let's talk about, child, it's so much going on. I'm like, and again, like I said last week, are we disrespecting mamas? Are they disrespecting mamas in Miami? All I seen was mamas getting disrespected from left to right. We can go ahead on and start with Richard. You know Richard. Y'all know Richard. Okay. So Richard's wife Vonshae, I don't know if I missed something from the beginning, but basically she's supposed to be graduating and she's all happy about getting her PhD and she's meeting with her parents, her mentor is there, he's speaking highly of her, and then Richard comes, drunk. She already said, like, I feel so embarrassed about what I did like the other day at poker night. Sure, she did. Baby girl wanted to have a moment in the scene because she wanted to make sure she's back next season. But it's okay. It's all right. That's just what I think. That's my opinion. So he comes there drunk, and I'm like, why? But child, she knows that he is. So Vonshae suggests, why don't you and my mama have a conversation? And mama was like, right now? I mean, I really don't think it's a good time. And she's like, yeah, right now. Right here. Right now. So they get up and go rehash the same old grievances that Richard, excuse me, has with Mama, and that's him. That's that 4-page letter she wrote him. She did not enclose it with no kiss. Okay, she was talking about his mama and telling him to kiss her behind. That's what she was doing, and he was like, "I don't appreciate the way you were talking about my parents." Mama said something strange, talking about I was talking about my daughter's decisions. Yeah, maybe, but in doing so, you talked about his parents. You talked about his parents. Just apologize for talking about his parents. That's really what the issue is here. If you don't like him for your daughter, obviously mama had good reason because we know how it turned out. Mamas be knowing. But you did still talk about his parents, and that's something that he can't shake, okay? I don't know. I seen somewhere because he's Richard is Jamaican. They said the Jamaican men ain't looking too good. They got the women looking crazy over here on Love and Hip Hop. We'll see how it all turns out. So he like, man, I'm not dealing with this. And he told his wife like, I don't F with her. I don't F with your mama. F your mama. Matter of fact, he stormed out. So after he leaves, then her daddy jumps up after the fact, like. Not my daddy that's supposed to be my protector. Not this man that's supposed to be protecting his wife. Talking about, how I don't play with these ninjas. I already know how these ninjas are. You gonna see what I'm really about. I don't taking off his mic. Sir, sit down. If you ain't gonna do something in the moment, just sit down. Like what is this? Like you thought you did something. Too little, too late, sir. Anyway, so then she's later on, it's like the next day, he giggling at his phone because child, he don't care. He said what he said. He laughing, having a good old time. She going to get some Tropicana orange juice. And she like, what are you laughing at? And he was like, well, I can't laugh at my own house. Excuse me. Child, not the ring light going off. But anyway, or the ring camera. Y'all know. But anywho, so she was like, when are you going to grow up? And he was like, what are you saying? What are you talking about? Where is this coming from? You know where it's coming from. You just cussed at her mama again. This is the second time you did that. And she like, listen, if you mess up with my mentor and my parents don't come because of you, me and you gonna have a problem. What's the problem gonna be? Because you keep saying that. but then you don't follow through. Like nothing ever happens. If you don't follow through with there's some kind of outcome, there's something that he needs to be afraid of, why should he stop? In this moment, it didn't look like she was ready to go. Like, you ain't about to leave, so stop for what? Now, I'm hoping that she really does, after everything that's transpired on the internet, I hope she really does leave. I know sometimes it takes a minute before we get good and gone, but she was just complaining about him online today, so yeah. So then we have goodness, there's so many cast members. It's so hard to just. I'm gonna have to start writing notes, y'all. I'm gonna just have to put the pen to the pad. Trick Daddy and his homegirl, long term friend, who he looked at as a sister, Carla. She like, yeah, your nieces, they want to start rapping, so they need to come live with you. Why is Trick Daddy still on the show? I need answers. I need to know why him and Trina are on the show. Why? If this is the best we can do, I mean, we're grasping at straws for storylines for Trick. I think Trick should be a friend of. Now, I like Trick Daddy as much in his music as much as the next person, but he does not really have a good storyline. He should just be a friend. He can be Ray J's friend or something. Well, really, Ray J, yeah. He can be one of the guys friends of. I don't think he needs to be a full-time cast member. We already got 127 people on this cast, and now you bringing on two more? So his nieces, his play nieces, they twins. He don't know them since they was born, and they want to rap. And they like TikTok rappers. You know, TikTok got the people famous, and they only got no talent. Well, he got a point there, okay. But that's just the times we living in, okay. So she like, yeah, they gonna come stay with you. Anything for a storyline, I guess. So they come and they're very pretty, very attractive young ladies. They got the look, but they don't got the talent. Child, they can't rap for nothing. Oh my God. Ugh. Trick looks so stressed in that studio, just, child, rubbing his head. They like, no, you go. It was my turn. What was I supposed to say again? Ooh, it was a mess. But they was like, they coming, they went on his podcast or his cooking show or whatever, talking about they coming for Trina. And they was like, well, why not the City Girls? Why Trina? You know Trina ain't coming off that throne, honey. Not in Miami. Nowhere else does anyone care. But in Miami, no. Trina's there to stay. And they was like, no, Trina's the elite, so we coming for the baddest. Like, you know, she been running it for a long time in these Miami streets, so that's what we coming for. First, y'all gotta rap. And Trick's on my that spot already taken. You know he don't play about Trina. Even if Trina, one thing Trick Daddy is loyal. Okay, maybe not to his wife, but to everybody else. So we gonna see some more of them. We don't need to, but we going to fill up time and space. So then we have Amada, La Negra, and Safari, and they supposedly fake storyline. She said this was fake. They was acting. But it was just a little too passionate, if you ask me. Y'all let me know what y'all think, Indy. I mean, I do think it was fake. But I do, now Shay Bucky Johnson has said they was smashing. I think I believe that because it's just too much passion for y'all to simply be acting. So he come up there and, you know, he said he was gone for 2 weeks in Jamaica with his kids. We don't know if his kid's mother, the one that like to call people's monkeys in Atlanta, we don't know if she was there or not. But whatever. So she like, well, my father was sick. I got to go to DR. Like, I'm really upset. She started crying to River about how she's a strong, independent, single mother doing it on her own with no help. And Safari was like, okay, well, I mean, hope you feel better. Like, I mean, I felt the same way. I get over it. And she's like, oh, what? And she's like, you can't relate. I don't see it. And he's like, every time we having a conversation, like, she gets provocative. Now, I see both sides, because first of all, she was already upset with him. She said he tweeted a tweet. Now, I don't be on the Twitter, so y'all let me know if y'all seen it. But they showed a clip, and he tweeted, sometimes FaceTime, sometimes a FaceTime, you know, grown up, the the sexuals is better. It's better on FaceTime than it is in person. First of all, how does that make sense? That right there should let you know he playing. Cause why? How does that make sense? It's better looking at on camera. What? Why? So then she like, who was you talking about? Cause you wasn't on FaceTime doing that with me. So who was you talking about? Who child? Who knows? He done told us 100 times he just be saying stuff to get attention, and it's clear. And I don't know who's giving it to him, but I wish they'd stop. Only people that's giving him all this attention is Love and Hip Hop, because we the people don't care. So she like, I don't know what that was about. Cause he was like, whatever, I'm not doing the arguing, especially with you. You ain't my girlfriend. So he get ready to go. And she like, I seen that. Who was that about? And he was like, don't worry about it. She was like, if it was the other way around, wouldn't you be worried about it? No. No, he wouldn't. But he gonna act like he would be. And it's just like, yeah, I can see how maybe she starts things or whatever. He was like, he said she be pushing him away. I do see that. But at the same time, where would he didn't have a real consoling bone in his body? Like she's like, my father, I don't know if he's gonna make it, and he's just like, oh, it'll be all right. I mean, life goes on. Like so nonchalant. Like, do you care? No, he don't. So he link up with Ray J at the gym. And Ray J look like he ain't been at the gym in a minute. He ain't been there in a while. So he like, I'm going to get some relationship advice from this relationship guru. Let's not get carried away. I know Ray J and his wife made up for the 100th time, but let's see if they stick it out this time. You know, they good for running down to the divorce court. They was chasing each other down to the divorce court before Drew and Ralph did it on Real Housewives of Atlanta. They ain't new. They been doing that. But it looks like they on a good foot right now. So he's able to give out advice. So he was like, Ray J talking about, I want, any of all my friends to be with the ones they love. Love? Safari don't love nobody but himself. But anyway, so he telling her like, or telling Ray J like, yeah, she said something. Her father is really sick. And Ray J's like, well, what'd you say? He's like, I told her, it'll be all right. You'll be fine. And Ray J was like, that's it. And he's like, I'm Jamaican. Like, I was raised with tough love. Okay, that might be very well and true, but maybe she wasn't. She's a woman on top of that. Like, this is the time, this is supposed to be someone you're trying to date intentionally. It don't matter. You just need to show some compassion. Love them the way they need to be loved, not how you like to be loved. You like tough love. She don't, clearly. So they going back and forth, and Ray J trying to, see both sides. Suddenly, because he like, yeah, she went to DR for her dad. And Ray J was like, oh, Princess just so happened to show me her Instagram. Because why would she do that? Like, what would be the reason? But okay. And he's like, yeah, isn't this her right here in this sexy dress, face beat down, new wig, out and about, having the time of her life, smiling, laughing, listening to rap music in the background? And Safari was like, matter of fact, yeah, it is. And he's like, and have you seen her in that outfit? And he's like, no, I haven't. Well, it's not like he see her every day. He don't live with her. I mean, but he was like, it looked like she having the time of her. Ray J said it looked like she having the time of her life. And Safari's in agreement. And he's like, matter of fact, I haven't even heard from her since she been there. Ray J speculating that she's down there with her baby daddy. And she might be. Because, yeah. So he like, okay, I'm going to address this. So we see later on towards the end that they link up. And Safari was like, you look nice. And she was like, yeah, I know. Thanks. I said, girl, she is mad. Like, what are you upset about now? What's wrong now? I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but maybe she needs to, speak with a therapist or something. Maybe things didn't go well with the baby daddy in DR. Who knows? Your guess is as good as mine. But I don't know what they started arguing about. But they started arguing, and she's like, I done, brand deals I done turned down. I got bad publicity because of being, and, trying to date you. Because he was confronting her about her being out. She's like, we are just dating. We are not a couple. And he like, okay, whatever. He just sitting there mute. And because he said her father was fine. So that's no longer an issue. Then they go back and forth, and he like, well, you know what? You probably was in DR with your baby daddy, like trying to get his attention because you're not over him. And she's like, and you're not over your baby mama, your ex-wife. That and you're not over your ex is confirmation that she's not over him. Cause it wouldn't be no and you're not. It'd be like, I am over him. Cause she said I wouldn't be sitting here with you. But she also said, and you're not over your ex. She's not over him. Safari never really cared about Erica in the first place, so there's that. But they are very, they I see similarities between them two. I see why they got together. And she was like, "You was in Jamaica. I don't know who you was in Jamaica with. Like, that don't mean y'all not still smashing. Like, and that means what?" And he was like, "Look, I'm divorced." She was like, "Divorced, and y'all can still be doing the grown up, tussling between the sheets." So she like, "And the deals I turned down, and I've lost work because of you." And he was like, he had enough. He's like, don't act like you ain't have no publicity. This the most publicity you've ever had since you've been with me. And she was like, "Yeah, for all the wrong reasons, all negative press." They get this arguing back and forth, and she stand up and throw a drink in his face. And she ain't like a little splash like when Jennifer Williams did it on Basketball Wives. Like, she drenched him with that. It was a full glass. Like, she might as well took a whole jug and just tossed it on him. Have I ever been that mad that I want to throw a drink on somebody in real life? I don't think so. Yeah, actually, yeah. But I'm like, this drink splashing. Like, I thought we was past that. Like, every time you argue, somebody's picking up a drink. Okay. So he like, "You are a bird." Like, he cussing, they bleeping it out. He like, "You a bird." You walking down. Okay, Birdman. And she like, "Yeah, whatever. You exactly what they said you was. You exactly what they said." I said, grand opening, grand closing. As soon as they came out with this fake relationship and they realized we the people ain't falling for it, they ended that madness. It ended so fast. But I'm like, see, that's because he was over there in Atlanta saying he is still dipping his toe in Erica Mena's pond. Chum. Why he's on two franchises, I have no idea. Because outside of this, like, Amada got her dad and all that. Outside of this, what else is Safari talking about? How is he on two franchises? If y'all need people, I'm available if you cutting a check. And so then we have Shay Bucky Johnson, her raggedy baby daddy, and her mama. So she get them together because she like, "Okay, I got everybody to calm, cool down, calm, cool, collective. We ready to meet up." And so they're meeting at a neutral location. Shay was like, "Look, I'm going to take the baby so y'all can talk." So mama gets there. She's talking to, it was Fabo. I guess his real name is Fabian. How do we get Fabo? Like, I feel like Fabo is almost just as long as Fabian. But that's neither here nor there. So they start arguing about that dog again. And I told y'all before, if I never hear about that dog ever again, it'll be too soon. Put the dog in the pound. Give it up in the shelter. Go sell it on Facebook Market. I'm sorry, but I don't want to hear about this dog no more. Obviously, she cares more about that raggedy man who's a dog than she cares about her actual dog. So let him go. She'll learn. She got to learn the hard way. She gave him up for a year. She don't miss him. And I seen somewhere that Shay said Fabo was mad because she got that dog with like an ex-boyfriend. That's why he didn't want it. Like, that's like saying, first of all, people love their pets like children. So that could be looked at. Some people will look at it like you saying get rid of my child almost because I had it with an ex. Like, the ex-boyfriend ain't around now. I'm not getting rid of my dog because of that. But she preferred this dog. And we're going to see more about it for the rest of the season, child. So they move off of that subject because he like, "I already told you." And she was like, "You disrespected me. I deserve an apology." And he was like, "I didn't disrespect you." She's like, "You did. You were yelling." He was like, "Well, I apologize for getting loud. But, I was being defensive." "What were you defensive for? About a dog? Like, be for real." And so she like, "Whatever. Like, if we want to have a good relationship, And he was like, I don't want that." And she was like, "Well, if you were planning on being with my daughter and marrying my daughter, how are we not going to have a relationship?" And he's like, "I don't got to deal with you." It started being real disrespectful. Like, he is just nasty. His spirit, his attitude is nasty. I don't see how somebody could be with someone who blatantly disrespects their mom. Like, it makes Shay look desperate. And I hate it for her. Like, I understand wanting your family. I understand that, he was keeping you on the side for a decade, and now you finally in public with him because he want to be on the show. But, I mean, to disrespect your mother this way, your brother, and everything else, this is your child's grandmother and uncle. This is your family that you knew before him, and you going to know after him because he ain't sticking around. He definitely ain't about to pop no question in no 365 days. Because if he was going to do it, you wouldn't have to mention nothing about no 365 days. This ain't the ultimatum. So they going, he's starting yelling at her. So he starts standing over top of her because she better not marry you. Shay better not marry you. That'd be a big mistake. She ain't cuss. She ain't raise her voice. Mama ain't nothing. Listen, she got her makeup done, her wig laid. She ain't got time. He's standing over top of her. A man standing over top of this older woman that he should respect off the strength. And on top of that, your child's grandmother. And if you want to marry her daughter, this will be your future mother-in-law. These men in 2023, nope. Hell on wheels. So he started calling her all types of B's and some other words that they beep out. And I'm like, who raised you? Who raised this man and his twist? You cussing out somebody's mama, calling them B's for what? Because of a dog and because she said you shouldn't marry her daughter? And you definitely shouldn't be. I would never, if my daughter married you and you talking to me like that, I won't be at that wedding or nothing. No, I'm not supporting this. And it's a shame because either way, they're going to be in each other's lives for the rest of their lives through the child. So, I mean, you waited 10 years to have a child with this clown. Mama D might have been on to something. I mean, he making Scrappy look like an angel, okay? So, he get up and he starts storming off with his boxers hanging out, his big old age. Ugh. And Shay's like, what happened? And she's like, he is not it. If you marry him, because she's like, what if I marry him? And Mama was like, that would be the biggest mistake of your life. And it will. And it will. It will. Child, just set up a custody agreement and move on. This ain't it. But she was like, Shay talking about, y'all was just supposed to apologize. Like, what's Mama apologizing for exactly? Why does she need to apologize? He needs to apologize. And if you talk to your mama like that, then how do he talk to you? I ain't seen him being romantic. I ain't seen them hug, kiss. I don't see no chemistry between them at all. It seemed like he just like to yell. I'm sure he was way more nicer and more gentle to the person he actually did propose to before he started stealing her Tesla, allegedly. That's what the streets were saying. That's what the streets said, okay? So then Mama met with Shay's brother and his top hat at a restaurant. Why are these kids up so late? So they meet at a restaurant wearing all white. I don't know if it was an all-white party or what was going on. Anybody ever tell you this is an all-white party? So, wearing all white when you're feeling godly, honey. So, they wearing that. Well, he had a splash of color, splash with a green with the hat because he got to have a hat on. He looks so much better with that hat off. Just take it off and leave it off. It's really no event where that hat is appropriate. None. It ages him like 20 years. But this ain't about him or his top hat. This about Mama. And so Mama was telling him what that man did to her. What he said he cussed her out, standing over top of her, yelling at her. I understand you want to tell your son if he didn't protect you at the baby's birthday party when there was nothing but space and opportunity, he telling this brother, I mean, what is he gonna do? He didn't do nothing the last time. He really don't seem like he about that life. But Fabo said that he is about it, okay? But Mama started crying, and she's like, I'm so sad. Heartbreaking. Now that right there is enough to make anybody jump up. That ain't even my mama. And then she showed her son, a text from Shay. And Shay, not only did she cut Mama D off, now she cut Mama off talking about I need some space. Like, girl, is the D that good? Is it like that? That you need space from your mama? Your mama is the victim in this? What? Mama was so sad. And so was I, cause Shay going out sad. She going down bad. Is it Stockholm? What is it? But The family gonna get into it again. I don't see how this would last. I'm ready to see the next episodes. It looks like it's gonna be good. Anyway, I remembered, I think, more than I thought I did. So if I miss anything, y'all let me know. Either way, drop down in the comments, like the video, subscribe. Don't forget to don't just click off. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.